You know, I have always loved geese. I don't know what it is, ever since I was a little kid. There's nothing cuter than a gosling. And we have three different types of geese here. We have those big giant French dewlap Toulouse, and then we have the Pomeranians. I like the dewlap Toulouse because they're so big, they're massive. The ganders can weigh up to 38 pounds, maybe 40 pounds. And then you have the Pomeranians, which are, I just like their color pattern. They've got that gray and white. They look like big Holstein cows. And then you have this breed here, which is a Sebastopol, which comes from Russia on the Baltic. And they're curly feathered, they have the color feather gene. And so what we're doing here is that the problem is in the past we've hatched eggs in the incubator and that's been okay, but the mothers hatch them so much better than I've had success with in the incubator. So what I've been trying to do as a mother gets broody, meaning the female gets ready to start setting on a clutch of eggs, and it takes 30 to 32 days to hatch a goose egg. What can happen is other geese will go, hey, I'm going to lay eggs in this goose's nest. So she might already have 5 or 6 eggs in her clutch that she's been sitting on for 18 days. Then, you know, here comes another goose and lays a couple of eggs, and she continues to set on those. And so what happens is the embryos are at different levels of development. So that first clutch of eggs that she had laid that were already 18 days old once the other eggs got laid, well, they're going to hatch first, and the rest of the eggs remaining, well, they'll just die. So what I try to do is when a goose begins to get broody and sit on a clutch of eggs, we try to close her off so other geese can't get in there and lay eggs. And so what I've done is I'm trying several different things. With one of them, I put a board up across there. Once they get really broody and they want to stay there on that nest, then they're not going to move. So now what I'm doing, I'm trying something different. I'm using wire across the front. The next time I find a broody goose, what I'm doing is I'm going to just ease in there and try to allow her to let me put a wire fence, if you will, across, mainly to keep other geese out. She could still come out from under it, but other geese couldn't push into her nest. And then just put her a bowl of water there because they don't really eat or drink during this period. So that's the plan, because there's nothing any cuter than to see a mother goose, the father goose, and a whole little flock or brood of goslings following along behind them. So let's hope that I'm successful allowing a family of geese to hatch their own babies. If you're enjoying these farm-raised segments, make sure you tell a friend about them and subscribe to eHow Pets.